Good afternoon, traders. Good morning, good evening, wherever you are in the world. Welcome to the live stream. Lovely to see your faces. I can't see your faces. Guys, I am with you for the next 40 minutes or so. So don't be shy. Come say hello. Ask as many questions as you like about trading, all right? I'm going to show you a trade that I'm in, but things could not be moving slower today. Like this week has just been like, you know, watching paint dry. Like I like the market slow, dull and boring, but this is taking the Michael. So yeah, I'm going to show you the trade I'm in. Another trade I'm looking at but hasn't materialized. Yeah, we'll take all your questions, guys. And also, let's just quickly look at Euro US dollar. Okay, let's have a quick look on the hourly chart because we've just had, right, if we look at the economic calendar, we've just had some CPI figures come out of Germany. Okay, so bit of a mixed bag with the euro today in terms of news. We've had some, you know, pretty bad figures come out of Germany and their GDP. Like that is negative figures, right? That's not good for economic growth. We know that much. Right, so we've had some bad GDP figures coming out of Germany, but the rest of the euro must be doing all right because we've got a positive figure for the euro GDP. This was as expected, and then German CPI year on year was better than expected. So a bit of a mixed bag today coming out of the euro. If we look at the euro, sums up the market. That is the most muted response I've ever seen. Right, nothing's happening, and there's not much movement across any pairs, guys. Right, probably one of the reasons for this is everything's like, if you look at a day chart, like just pick anything, right? Everything's so overextended. Right, look at that Euro New Zealand. This is the day chart. So price, you get this when price is overextended. And then you get some sellers enter the market. You're just like this a bit. You're like, right, everyone's looking at the market. No, it's overextended. Buyers are slowing down. Sellers are still scared to sell this. And then just nothing happens, right? Pick any yen pair. You know, that's pretty much what's happening with the yen pairs, right? We've had a massive sell-off. Right? Are buyers brave enough to get in yet? And the answer's probably not yet, looking at those candles. Again, a little bit just, you know, sideways, right? If we start seeing bullish candles out of here, then okay, maybe some buyers are back. So, you know, that's part of the reason why we're just not seeing a lot, guys. Everything's so overextended and buyers and sellers are like, yeah, so what else do you want to talk about? Should we talk about football? Should we talk about Gal Gadot? Should we talk about WWF wrestling in the 90s or geography? You decide. I'm only joking. We will still talk trading. So don't be shy. Ask us a few questions, guys. Right, let's see who's in the house. Yeah, Heath. How are you, Heath? Hope you're well. Michael, hello, Tom, guys. Hi, Michael. Tony Gold, how are you? Brett, afternoon, Brett. How are you, mate? Fapello, these are all VIP Discord crew. Colin, hello. French sitcom. That was Kibria. Hi, how are you? Mehi. I'm never sure if I pronounced that correctly, but Mehi, hi, one and all. Yeah, we sound like the Musketeers. Big John Stud of Forex. Hamed, hello. Shreyas, hello. Daniel Davies, how's it, Tom? Thoughts on gold shorts? Well, Daniel Davies, funny you should say, let's start there, right? Because I am in a gold sell, but this gold sell was taken yesterday. So let's start with this trade, right? So the day chart, right, is nice. what a technical trading term that is. It's nice. Yeah. So let's try and understand why it's nice. Right. So we were in an uptrend. Right. then we have broken down and we are in a downtrend, right? So we like daily downtrend, okay? We are in a downward structure, lower highs. Yeah, is this a new lower high? We shall see, right? But we've definitely got lower highs, lower lows, okay? So we're in a downtrend, okay? And we're below the moving average 20, right? You know how I might like a bit of above or below the moving average 20, right? We're below. So for me, well, no, there's more. There's more reasons why I like this. There's clearly this level through here, right? Let's get rid of this. There's clearly this level through here. I can hear the editor in my ear ruffling about. I don't know what he's doing. It sounds dodgy. So yeah, we've got this area through here, and then we've got this candle, right? It's a doji candle. There's no ifs and buts about that, right? That is a doji candle, you know, because the bottom wick is equal to the top wick, right? That's a doji, okay? But we have had a big rejection at the top and price closed back into this level, right? So there's lots and lots of things I like at this level to take for sells, okay? Now, if we look at the H4 as well, it's become, what's the word? It's become unclear. Is doubt the right word? So if I look at the day chart, right, let's go back to the day chart. There is no doubt in my mind, right? I'm thinking this is an excellent short, if not just down to here, right? There's no doubt in my mind. The structure is telling me so, support and resistance, all the reasons I explained. But if we go down to the H4, right, if I go back in time and I go to here, right, at this point, right, I've gone back in time, guys, right, but at this point, I was not in doubt, right? It was looking good, right? We've had a bearish candle, break below our grey zone, break below the moving average 20, price is coming down to here. I'm a genius trader. Well done, Tom, right? We go back to real time. It's not that clear cut anymore, right? You know, are we seeing a lower high, for example? Sorry, a higher low. We're getting lower highs still, right? But are we seeing higher lows, right? So this is the thing now. So you can see I have an alarm in here because I will take some profit at this level now if it gets back to that level. I know my target's down here, but again, trade what the market tells you to do, not what you want. And the market is telling me there is potential support here. So I'm still in this sell trade. Let me show you my actual entry. And my entry was basically waiting for a break of H1 structure, right? We had a nice looking H4 chart, and then I just wanted to see, bang, yeah, a break of these lows in here, okay? And that's exactly what we got. So I basically entered on this candle. I got a little bit of a retrace, okay? And then I started selling. My stop's up here. My target is 2364 around here because that's 1:1. All right, so that's where we are. But like I say, I will look to take some profit at this last low because the market's telling me to do so. Yeah, I could close 60%, right? Leave 40% to run. I will do something like this, guys. It's not because, and people will say, oh, what about your risk to reward, Tom? You know, at that point, it's not very good. So what, right? I'm trading what the market tells me to trade, not what I want, okay? And then if it does come crashing down here, if not further, great. I've still got some money in the trade anyway, right? Still got some skin in the game, as they say. So yeah, that's gold. I still like sells, but because of the day chart, I like sells, but this is all becoming a little unclear. Another thing to point out here is it really is at a nice fib level. Okay, so if I put the fibs in, So again, guys, you go from the last high to the last low. You can see price is reacting at this 0.618 level, right? And we're getting quite a nice reaction so far. So, you know, potentially a good trade now, right? But I would only look to take it to here first of all, and then leave some profit to run. And also on the H1, guys, we've just had a very bearish H1 candle come in. All right, so let's see with gold. I'm still in it. Daniel Davies, great minds think alike. Yeah. Right, who else we got in? So Colin, thoughts on Euro Swiss franc for a long? Okay, we'll take a look at that. Greg, good day, Greg. How are you, mate? Haven't seen you for hours. Father Sunglasses, hello, popping in to say hi, still away from the markets. Okay, Father Sunglasses, hope you're enjoying your break. Send us a postcard. Do people still send postcards? Probably not. Okay, Skelts, how are you, Skelts? Aya, how are you? I took some pound US dollar sales. Okay, Aya, we can take a look at that. Yo, everyone's saying hello to each other. Hello, Ian. Kevin, Kev, how are you, mate? Euro, US dollar, we'll take a look at that as well. Kev, no problem. Good to see you, mate. How you been? Hope all is good in your hood. Right. Okay, so let's work through these questions then. Right. So the first one was Euro Swiss franc. Let's take a look at this for longs. Where are we? Right. So let's do a thorough top-down analysis. Okay. Let's not mess around. Now, Euro Swiss franc. Let me have a quick drink, guys. So before I have a drink, guys, if I could just ask everyone to please subscribe to the channel, also smash the notification button, and if everyone could please smash the like button, guys. Yeah, it really helps support the vid. I'm going to have a drink. Firstly, work this trading and YouTubing. So weekly chart, right, on Euro Swiss franc is clearly a downtrend, right? However, we have had a bit of a bounce off of this support level, right? Okay, so down here we are a little bit oversold and we've had a bit of a bounce, but we would be going against trend, yeah? Lower highs, yeah, lower lows. We're in a downtrend, okay? But we are getting a real bounce off this level, as you can see. Okay, but let's carry on. So weekly's telling me that. If we go to the day chart, right, we are still in a downtrend. Okay, clearly, right? But again, where the hell has my moving average 20 gone? I'm sure it'll kick in a minute. But we are in a downtrend. Okay, we're in a downtrend, but we don't really want to sell, right? So we're in a downtrend. So normally I would want to sell. There's my moving average 20. Took a while. It's like an old trusty friend, the moving average 20. I don't know what I'd do without him. So we're in a downtrend, but I don't want to buy these candles. Look at that candle, bullish. Look at that candle, bullish. Look at that wick, bullish. Right, so we're bouncing off a weekly low, okay, and we've got some bullish candles, right? So I definitely don't want to sell it. If I had to, I don't have to trade this. Obviously, no one's putting a gun to my head and saying, Tom, you must trade Euro Swiss franc. I hope not. But if I do, I would buy it for those reasons. Okay, bouncing off of weekly support, bullish candles. Do we have a bit of room back up to here? And also catch up the moving average 20. Remember, price wants to catch up with that moving average 20. It never doesn't. Is that correct English? Yeah, it never doesn't. There's too many double negatives in there. Basically, it always retraces to the moving average 20, right? Now, let's look at a lower time frame. So for me, if we were to buy Euro Swiss franc, it's all about this level here. Yeah, you can clearly see that, right? It's proven to be good H4 resistance, right? Now, bearing in mind we are in a downtrend, it wouldn't surprise me if price reacts here and comes all the way down to the lows, right? We're in a daily downtrend. Okay, so that's quite possible. But if we got a nice bullish, Christ, these candles are getting worse. I need to drink more. If we had a nice bullish candle that broke through this level like this, that would be a confirmation of the H4 uptrend, right? It would break to the upside. So we're getting a potential higher low, but we haven't had a higher high. So if that happens and we get this break, that would be confirmation of a H4 uptrend. And then I would say you could potentially buy Euro Swiss franc. Okay, but as long as this holds, you cannot. Right, simple as that. So Colin, I hope that helps with Euro Swiss franc. Right, what else were we looking at? What was I can't find? Okay, I was looking at pound US dollar, and we got Euro US dollar. So pound US dollar and Euro US dollar, but without even looking at them, are in downtrends, but at support, right? They are identical, okay? So let's go to Euro US dollar and show you what I mean, okay? So Euro US dollar, you can see this gray zone, right? This gray zone through here, this one, right? It is a nice gray zone. When I say gray zone, I mean support and resistance zone. Look how many touches it has. Touch, 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 touch. Touch, touch. Right? So we're at a good support level, right? But we are in a downtrend. Yeah. Remember, guys, we were selling this at the start of the week. We took some nice profit yesterday, right? We're in a downtrend. No two ways about it. Lower highs, lower lows. Okay, we're in a downtrend. But it's just difficult for me to sell into that level. If, like in, say, a day or 2 days' time, we get another bearish candle that breaks that level, then there's a high probability that we will make it down to the next support level, right? And probably this 7050 psychological level, right? And it's no surprise, guys. This is, that we've got 1,800 here, right? And price is kind of reacting there. And we've got 107.50, the next psychological level. That's basically where the next support is. There's no coincidence that these psychological numbers are also support levels, right? But if we break the 0800, yeah, we'll come down to the 0750, right? There's a high probability of that happening. And that's what we're all about as traders, yeah? We just want to find high probability trades. So yes, I want to sell Euro US dollar, but also below the moving average 20, but it's just this support level, right? It's the same with pound US dollar. This is bouncing off a wonderful support level, right? Again, I would say this is in a downtrend. Okay, we sort of come here and then we've broken this low here, right? We're in a downtrend. The thing with pound US dollar, is it hanging on to the moving average 20 a bit? Maybe, but again, I just cannot look at all of this hit price touches, price touches, price touches, price touches, price touches. Yeah, that's why this was our target for pound US dollar. Yeah, because if we sell into that, we know we're going to get a reaction. Okay, and that's exactly what happened, right? We got a reaction here. So again, I want to sell pound US dollar, but we are at a support level. So Euro US dollar, pound US dollar are identical for that reason. Let's also have a look at the weekly chart. Now, if you looked at pound US dollar weekly chart, right, this would be a nice buying zone, right? Yeah, last weekly highs, comes down, acts as support, right, to buy. So, yeah, not keen on selling at that level. Let's have a quick look at Euro US dollar weekly chart as well. I think it's a similar story. Less so, right, because these highs held. But we're still getting higher lows. All right, you might see this kind of shenanigans going on. Right, you might see price come down to here before it goes up to there, and we get sort of a, you know, an ascending triangle, right? But, you know, that's an ascending triangle that will be over months, weeks and months. All right, but just to give you a bigger picture of what I would be looking at. I'm going to take this out. So there you go, guys. There's pound US dollar and euro US dollar. I hope that helps. Right, what else are we looking at? We've got some more questions here. Euro US dollar we covered. Okay, so we've got some people looking for oil and US dollar yen longs. Okay. Right, let's have a look at oil for investing with Ian. Okay. Guys, before I show you oil and my analysis here, if you would like to join our community of traders, then please do so. You can chat to like-minded traders. You can share knowledge, ideas, have a chit chat. Please come join our free Discord channel. If you would like more than that and you would like access to my trade signals, you would like access to all my tutorials and strategies, and you would like direct access to me, then please come join the VIP Trading Academy. Also, guys, right now, if you sign up with one of our preferred brokers, you can get discounted, if not free access to some of these things. So check out that promotion right now as well. Right, well, so yeah, let's have a look at oil then, guys. So I think there's a little bit more room to the downside, okay? But, you know, just oil's been tricky, right? Because we was in this, right, downtrend, and then bang, we're in an uptrend. And technically, we're still in an uptrend on the weekly chart, right? Higher highs, these lows haven't broken, okay? So potentially, we could expect a big bounce off of this level. Okay, but obviously we're not seeing that yet. It's just oil has just been tanking. Pardon the pun. They're carried around the world in tankers. See what I did there with that joke? Very cunning. So there's the weekly, right? And we are at a support level. Okay, if we look at the day chart, you know, I was looking at this, but you can see this level through here again, right? Touch, 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 touch. Yeah, it's an important level, this level. It's a psychological 7,600. Okay. Now, it's also that weekly level. So do I want to sell into that? Probably not. Well, not probably not, no. But again, if we got a bearish candle that broke this, even then, do I want to sell it? The answer is probably no. Yeah, I was looking at this as a potential short trade idea, but the more I look at it, guys, the more I dislike it. Yeah, there's support here. And if we go back to the weekly chart, even if it did break this gray zone, right, with a daily candle, do you want to be selling into this wick? Not really. Okay. So for me, it's about a bullish reaction at this level. This would be more tradable. I think sells for me are over. Right. But on the day chart, I would need to see something quite drastic. I probably, for those reasons, won't be trading oil for some time, right? Because what I need to see is something like this, right? Comes down, maybe hits that level, does this, and then bang, we get a structure break. you know, I would need to wait to see that on the day chart with oil before I start buying this. Yeah. And this would be a nice trade, like weekly support level plus daily structure break. This is a very nice setup. All right. And we would look to buy, you know, potentially all the way back up to these highs. So yeah, that's my view on oil. Those sells are over for me, really. There's just too much support, not only here, but there. This is that weekly wick. So all of this is just not desirable to sell into. All right, so investing with Ian, I hope that helps you with oil. Right, what else are we looking at? So Shreyas wants to look at US dollar, Japanese yen longs. What else we got? Pound Canadian dollar looks nice for possible sells. Okay, that would be against daily trend. Okay, well, let's look at US dollar yen, and then for Pello, we can take a look at Bitcoin. We don't normally look at Bitcoin, do we? Let's take a look at Bitcoin and the DAX. DAX, Heath, you are a brave man trading the DAX. That can move like 1,000 pips in 3 seconds. Let's start with US dollar yen. So straight away, if someone tells me, you know, can we look at US dollar, Japanese yen longs, immediately you're going against daily trend. But let's take a look, right? So US dollar, Japanese yen, as we know, has had a massive sell-off. This is the day chart, right? Absolutely tearing down. It had to have a correction. Yeah, yen just could not keep being that weak, right? So we've had a big correction. Now, are we at a nice level for buys? On the day chart, right? So if you just think of that as a level, right? So right now, it's not a buying opportunity. There's no room into this last low, right? And that would be my target. So there's no value here. Do I put my stop here, you know, and then this is my reward, right? But I know we enter on the lower time frames, but you get my point. There's no value here. So right now, no, there's no value for buying US dollar yen. Okay. However, let's take a look at the weekly chart. And, you know, we can clearly see, right, that this is a nice support level, right? Historically, price reacted here, and it's reacted again. So this 152 is a big psychological number for the yen, for US dollar yen specifically. Okay. Now, would I want to buy from there on the weekly chart? I mean, this is how I'm seeing structure. So yes, potentially, right? That could be a good buying level. But, okay, for me to look at a buy, I have to look at the day chart, right? And if you're going to look for a buy on US dollar yen, do this, right? So it comes down, price hits this level. Yeah, you're going to get a reaction. Okay, and price comes back down here. Once price gets, you know, down here somewhere, and you can hide behind this low, right? Then I would start buying US dollar yen. All right. I'd also need to look at H4, H1 structure, etc. But yeah, here, no value in buying yen. Down here, yes, value, right? Let's have a look at the H4. Yeah, so yeah, even H4 hasn't really broken structure, right? Because if we look at this, it's scruffy, okay? It's scruffy. It's kind of like a sideways. But this last high, because of this wick, still hasn't broken. So we're in a bit of a range with this H4, okay? And bearing in mind, this is in a daily downtrend, you know, this could be a good selling area, right? If not there, definitely there. Okay, so for buys for me, no, not at the moment. There's no value, but potentially yes, if we get a deep enough retrace, even back down to these lows, right in here, right, something like this, then we can hide behind that weekly support level that I just showed you. So I hope that helps, Shreyas. Let's have a look at Bitcoin. We never look at Bitcoin. Okay, so we'll have a look at Fibonacci levels as well. So let's start with Bitcoin. I know a lot of people like trading Bitcoin. So let's have a look at a weekly chart. Just look at the gaps with Bitcoin. Yeah, these just so many large gaps. But anyway, right? And this is all news. Okay, is that news? Right. So let's start with the weekly chart. Now, I would say, right, the weekly chart, okay, is in a downtrend. As soon as we broke that low, right, yeah, because it was all part of this level. As soon as we broke that low with this candle here, we were in a weekly downtrend. Okay. Now, that's taking this level right there against that level there. I consider that a downtrend. Worst case, right, we are in a range between here and here. Okay, prices come up and we're just sort of bouncing between this level and this level. Now, obviously with Bitcoin, there's a lot of fundamental news. It's such a fundamental driven asset to trade, right? Like if Trump gets in power, he's very pro Bitcoin, although he wasn't historically. You got to think what's his agenda, and so just Bitcoin becoming president. If Donald Trump becomes president, you can't help but think that's going to be pro Bitcoin, right? So it's very susceptible to that kind of news. But if we just look at it from a technical point of view, yeah, it's ranging stroke downtrend, right? So once we get up to these highs here, this could potentially be a good selling level for Bitcoin, right? For me to start, buying Bitcoin, I would probably want to see a break of this weekly high. So this 72,000, right? Seems like quite a big level here. If we get a break at that level, yeah, interested in buying it. But if we don't break this level, then this could be a very good area just to complete the range again, right? Price comes down. But again, what this is going to be decided by is news, right? It's just so news driven. But let's look at the day chart. Okay, I still think there's a bit more room up to that weekly level, yeah? And we're clearly, right, we was in a downtrend, and now we're clearly, in this uptrend. And I still think there's a bit of room back up to this 72,000 psychological level, all right? So I would buy Bitcoin according to this daily chart and that weekly chart because we have more room to move into. I would take some profit here, right? Yeah, right here, and then leave some profit to run. Let's take a look at, it's quite a bearish candle here. So today may not be the day to buy Bitcoin, but let's have a look at the H4. And usually, guys, Bitcoin is not do you intraday trade Bitcoin? Right, or is the view just to hold it and they'd be worth £20 million in 3 years or something? So you also have to be very aware of your time scale and what you're looking to do with Bitcoin. I'm telling you what I would do from an intraday point of view. H4, right, price is sort of coming down, but bang, bang, we're still in an uptrend on the H4, right? Got some bit of sort of sideways action here. If we look at the H1, bearing in mind, guys, remember I want to buy Bitcoin because of my daily and weekly analysis. I would probably just wait for a break of this level, if not definitely that level, right? So price has come down, it's respected that level, it's respected that level. Maybe we get something like this. And then once we get a break, we could start buying in here. Excuse my B. Stop below here, look to take price up to that, well, up to here, if not up to that 72,000. That's how I would roll with Bitcoin. So there you go, guys. We don't do Bitcoin every day. How exciting. Right, well, so we've got a question here from Stefan. Before I answer Stefan's question, guys, please subscribe to the channel, smash the notification button, and please smash the like button. Don't forget to join our free Discord channel, join our community. Don't forget our VIP Trading Academy where you can learn how to trade. And don't forget our promotions for signing up with one of our preferred brokers. Check it all out. Right, what we're going to look at. So Stefan's got a question here. Do you use Fibonacci levels? And if so, what levels are relevant? I do not seem to recognize the usual levels very often. So I use fib levels, right? Probably not a massive user of fib levels, but I use it to support an area of support and resistance. It's like another piece of confluence for my support level, right? So let's look at, was it Euro US dollar this happened? Right, yeah. So here, guys, yeah, I remember this one. Okay, so with the fib levels, you're going, so this was a H4, right? You're going from the last high to the last low. Okay, right? So I will draw a fib level from that high down to that low. Okay. And the important fib levels, I would not even include this, right? This, not really. I keep it there. I should probably delete that for that very reason. I don't use it. All right. So this is not that important, but the 0.5 fib and the 0.618 fib are important. This area in between here, 0.5 and 0.618, is like the golden zone of Fibonacci levels, right? People like this zone. People like to trade from it. Okay. Now, obviously, I'm aware of that. Okay. So if I take this fib level out, right, for the time being, and then I say to myself, right, I really like this gray zone through here, this support and resistance zone. Okay. And then all I'll do is like, right, I like this zone. Does it marry up with the fib levels? And again, I'll draw my fib level. Okay. Okay, and then you'll see the 0.5 and the 0.618 fib level marries up with this gray zone. Yeah, so this, and look, this is just a thing of beauty as a level. Yeah, this is really like Gal Gadot hot for a level. Yeah, we're going to call this a Gal Gadot. Why? So we're going to coin this phrase right now. Editor, make a t-shirt for this one. Okay, this is the Gal Gadot triple resistance, which sounds pretty much what she would do if we went on a date, area, right? Because you have got horizontal resistance. You have got moving average resistance. You have got fib level resistance. That is the Gal Gadot triple whammy resistance level, right? Even if you just entered here, even didn't wait for a reaction, right? Entered here, put your stop above here, take price back down to here. Yeah, it's such a nice level. So that's how I use fibs. I want them to marry up, yeah, like me and Gal Gadot. I want them to marry up with my support and resistance levels. And if they do, they're normally very strong levels, right? So yeah, so Stefan, I hope that answers your question. And like I say, it's only this 0.618 and 0.5 I'm really interested in. Yeah. And it just, why people also like these fib levels, it represents such a deep retrace, right? And if you have, and this is another reason why it's a good level, because if your stop loss is above the high, which most stop losses are, and if your target is the last lows, which a lot of traders also like, then it makes sense that in here, right, you're roughly going to get 1:1. And that's sort of as a minimum for traders, right? Okay, so that's again why it's such a popular level as well. So Stefan, I hope that answers your question about fibs. So what else we've got here? Heath's asking, can we have a look at DAX? Okay, let's take a quick look at DAX. Goodbye Pain. Hello Tom, thanks for a great channel and education. Goodbye Pain, thank you for the nice compliment. We appreciate it. And I hope the pain has gone. Goodbye pain. No, thank you for your kind words. You know, that's what it's all about at Simply Forex. Yeah, we're trying to help traders, educate traders, give them the know-how and tools they need. Kev, we will get a level named after Margot Robbie as well. We'll call it the Kev Loves Margot triple whammy. So we'll do a support level for you, Kev. Next live stream, we'll find one. What are we looking at? DAX. This is for Heath. Just a quick question here as well. Sammy, hello, Tom. What percentage of risk would you recommend for a 20K funded account? Right. It doesn't matter if your account is 20K, £2 million, £20, 200K, right? Your risk is just, it's up to you. It's what your risk appetite is, right? So I risk 1%. Unless I end up getting hedged, I'll risk 3%. So if you like, my risk appetite is between 1 to 3%. Anything more than that, I have a puke point, I get rid of the trade, right? But I know other traders that trade 5% per trade, and they're quite happy doing that. So if you're a new trader, okay, trade 1%, right? Just keep yourself safe, right? If you're a more experienced trader and you're showing some consistency, then you can increase that risk. That's how you've got to roll with risk, all right? And I also get it, right? If you want to, it's a double-edged sword, right? With some of these funded accounts, you want to pass them quickly. So the only way to do that really, well, is you'll probably end up over trading. And secondly, you'll want to increase risk so that you can pass the prop firm quicker, right? So both are no-nos, right? Don't overtrade, don't mess around with your risk parameters. But if your risk parameters are 2%, stick with 2%. If they're 4%, stick with 4%, right? So I hope that helps, Sammy. Right, and now DAX, finally, quickly, we're going to do this. That's not the DAX. There's the DAX. Right, let's do this in absolute record time. Right, weekly. Consolidation here. My God, that's the worst line I've drawn yet. I apologize for that line. Right, this is what I'm seeing. Right, there's a bit of, let's do that. This is what I'm seeing. There's some real consolidation happening here, right, on the weekly chart, okay? So really, we wait for a break to the downside or a break to the upside, okay? There's the weekly. Now, if we look at the day chart, I mean, just look at that price action. That sums up why we're in this triangle, right? Look at that. Right, we're in a downtrend, uptrend, downtrend. Yeah, it's just all over the show, right? You would lose money in here. You just would. Don't trade it. Okay. Yeah, don't trade it. I would wait for a breakout of these lows or a break of these highs. Yeah, I would wait for a clear direction on the DAX to the upside or a breakout of that level, and then I would sell it. Until that point, that is horrendous. Yeah, that's worse than Liverpool's prospects of winning the league this year because we've signed no players, right? So I would just keep out of that. You'll just look on the H4, it will be just as messy, right? Yeah, look at that, right? You would be like, yeah, just look at it, okay? You're like, right, we're in an uptrend. Let's take it up to this level. No, 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 we're in a downtrend. Let's take it down to this level. No, no, no. Bang, it's in an uptrend. Okay, it did get up to this level, right? We're in a downtrend. Okay, let's take it a little bit further down to here. No, no, no. Bang, we're in an uptrend. You know, you're going to lose the shirt on your back, right? Price comes down. Are we in an uptrend, downtrend? We're not sure anymore, right? But we're in an uptrend. Okay, so yeah, this is just not nice to trade. And on that note, guys, I will love you and leave you. All right, so guys, hope you enjoyed the live stream. Thank you for all of your questions. We can't do it without you guys. Please don't forget to smash that like button before you leave. Check out all our promotions we got running right now, and I'll see you same time again tomorrow. Adios.